Good morning. Welcome to Column Hinge at Alpha Ωmega Mystery School. We're located halfway between Death Valley and Las Vegas. There it is, halfway between Joshua Tree and Area 51 in the Mojave Desert of the Southwest United States.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, June 22nd, 2020. And we are already into the summer part of the year. How about that? This year has gone quickly and we made it through the COVID. And here we come on the other side, now that America awakens. Oh, what a glorious morning it is. The ancient magic ritual you're about to experience is unique in the world. Written and performed from the first-person perspective of Jesus of Nazareth, this rite comes from the Bruce Codex, an ancient Christian document rediscovered beneath the sands of Egypt that purports to contain the secret teachings of Jesus to his disciples. I'm Bishop David Griffin.
I'm Reverend Leslie McQuade.
And this is the Lost Magic of Jesus Revival.
We'll stand here for a few moments and
enjoy this beautiful sunrise.
Yes.
What a glorious day. It has been a non-stop magic marathon all weekend long here at Column Hinge. It's been summer solstice, new moon, Father's Day, everything all wrapped together into one. Hope you had a great weekend too.
The sun is the dispenser of light to the earth. May the living light of the God Force inflame our souls with abundant life.
Our destiny lies amongst the stars, and to the stars humanity shall ascend in bodies of living, resurrecting light.
Take a nice deep breath and feel into your body. Breathe deeply. Feel each breath as your body moves and receives that breath. Feel how your nerves and muscles respond. Feel into your bones. See if you can feel the bones on the inside of your arm. Feel into your intestines. And as you are breathing deeply and feeling deeply into each and every part of you, visualize yourself as the tree of life, however it is you imagine that tree to be, and grow your branches up high into alpha sky. Drive your roots down deep into Omega Earth. I call on you in the east, Alpha. I call on you. In the west, Omega. I call on you. In the north, Alpha. I call on you. In the south, Omega.
Alpha.
Et Omega.
The beginning.
And the end.
And the path of the age between. Sunrise.
And sunset.
And the path of the sun between. Birth.
And death.
And the path of life between. Once again, we gather here in this sacred place at Columnhenge, this church not made with hands, and reaching out with the energy of our energetic bodies, we call upon the angels in the invisible. Angels of the Treasury of Light, watchers of the seventh Treasury, attend. Io-E-I-E. Io-E-I-E. Oe-ai. Oe-ai. E-O-I-A-E. E-O-I-A. Let the watchers withdraw. And there are 12 heads in his treasury. And these are the names that are in the places when they sing praises to my Father, and he gives light power to them. Almighty angel, head in the place of the east. O great and mighty shining one, we call upon you to manifest, using your secret name left to us by the living Jesus. Io-Nazeo. Io-Nazeo. O-Nazoei. O-Nazoei. Eazeozeia. Eazeozeia. Tonamao. Tonamao. Ibraïsaïa. Ibraïsaïa. Baruch Hazayo. Baruch Hazayo. Eto eo zaioi. Sorry, we start over. Ozaioa. Ozaioa. Etho eo zaioi. Etho eo zaioi. Zana zachoza. Zana zachoza. Fuxaia. Fuxaia. Ia e ozoa e. Ia e ozoa e. Aoize a ai. Aoize a ai. And so we completed our journey through the places, having invoked each of the 12 mighty angels in its proper rank and in its proper place, until we finally came into the place of the midst, the place of the center, the place of the Father of the Treasury of Light. O Father of the Treasury of Light, by your cipher and by your name we invoke you. Ziza-o. Ziza-o. Let the divine light descend. It is the intention of this ritual to establish human freedom worldwide.
Human freedom worldwide.
Set my people free.
Set my people free.
Protect Homo sapiens from extinction.
Protect Homo sapiens from extinction.
Protect the integrity of our genetic code.
Protect the integrity of Homo sapiens' genetic code.
Protect the integrity of the American Republic.
Protect the integrity of the American Republic.
Restore the purity of our air.
Restore the purity of our air.
Restore the purity of our water.
Restore the purity of our water.
Restore the purity of our food.
Restore the purity of our food.
Restore the purity of our medicines.
Restore the purity of our medicines.
May all those who search for the abundant life promised by the living Jesus come to understand the ways of the God force and learn to fill their souls to overflowing with this incredible life energy. And then, when each of us ultimately passes away, in that moment when we confront death, in that moment of transition, may we shed this physical body, this body of clay and earth, this earth suit. May we shed this body like a serpent sheds its skin and rise in our bodies of light. Rise into the kingdom of heaven, following the path opened the way for us by the living Jesus upon his ascension. All these things we ask in the name of the living Jesus of Nazareth. Amen.
Amen. So mote it be. Take a moment now to again feel into your body. This ancient magical rite we are doing together helps bring more God Force energy under your conscious control. Your conscious mind is the second most powerful force in this universe, the first being God Force itself. Your consciousness, the fact that you are aware of yourself, aware of your imminent death, and aware of the capacity of yourself to think in these ways. This, in addition to fire, sets us apart from the other animals. We are conscious that we will pass, and there is a very important reason why. Because something different happens to us when we pass. We rise. We move in to our more perfect form. As you breathe in God Force energy, you build that light portion of yourself that is eternal. Our bodies are destined to fail. Every single person on earth was born with a death sentence hanging around their neck. Because to be born, you must die in the end. And so, why fear death? It is inevitable as your next breath or your next meal. Do you fear those things? Do you fear when you sneeze? There should be no fear in your heart, because I tell you, if your faith is strong and your faith is true, death does not frighten you within the least. Have you ever wondered why the leaders of the past seem to us to be so incredible? It is because they had no fear of death. Yes, it is not something we crave. It is not something to look forward to. But it is not something to live in dread of. How ridiculous to live one's entire life fearful of the end, when in fact the end may be 90 years away. Breathe in God Force energy. Understand that you are an eternal creature. Death is not a true thing. Death, in fact, is the greatest lie ever told on earth. Yes, our physical bodies do die, but we do not. Our consciousness lives on in a body of light, destined for the kingdom of light. This is what the Master Jesus taught. And when you understand it, when you truly understand and internalize the message, when you make this message a cornerstone in your life, I am eternal. Death is a lie. It is only my flesh body that will die. My consciousness continues. My consciousness is eternal. Your consciousness is eternal. The memories that we make here on earth are the ones that entertain us in our small moments in eternity. This is where the concept of hell comes from. If you have not lived a good life, can you imagine spending an eternity remembering every single second spent here? Every single second when you could have done more, could have changed, could have done better. I tell you, you have an opportunity now with the God Force to make yourself better, to have faith in your eternal soul, and to know that death is not the end. Death is merely a new beginning for you. Breathe in God Force energy. Fill your faith with light. Fill your body with light. Fill your life with light. You will find that when this is done, The God Force provides the best of all the world has to offer for you. You need only reach out and breathe in the God Force.
Oh, thank you, Leslie, for that glorious message. Folks, this morning I have also a message for you. You know, Leslie and I are spiritual warriors. Most of you know that already. We're not out here for the fun of it every morning at sunrise, nor are we out here just because to provide entertainment for you because we are broadcasting this ritual all day long. We're out here for a very important reason, and we've told you that straight up ever since we've been out here. There's a spiritual war on, folks. We've been talking about the spiritual war for a couple of years now to you. You've been hearing the same message from us over and over, how our dimension is invaded by demons, how the angels are here to help us, and how humanity stands at a crossroads between human freedom in the future or a totalitarian, authoritarian future. Same message we've been telling you all along, over and over. Well, today, as we step into the full energies of summer, into the warmth of the year, into the beautiful light, and we bask in the light of the sun and the glorious rays of summer sunshine, let me bring this down to earth for you a little bit more. Now is the time that I can finally explain these things in a way that will be readily understandable to you. If I had told you this a year ago, you would have thought I was nuts. But now, unfolding events have made things clear what's really going on. Folks, we stand at a crossroads. This next century will either be the century of the American Renaissance, or it will be the Chinese century. This is not a conflict merely between two countries. It is a conflict between good and evil. And it is not just a conflict between good and evil, the forces of light and the forces of darkness, but it is also a conflict between two different systems. A system of human freedom and a republic built on checks and balances of power, or a totalitarian communist system built on absolute authoritarianism and the utter extinction of each and every freedom that we enjoy. We stand at this crossroads now, and now it has never been clearer than it is today. Because you see, we just went through the Chinese virus that they released on us. Not only did we go through that Chinese virus, but we had a taste of what Chinese authoritarianism looks like, because monkey see, monkey do. Many of our governors of various states here copied the Chinese authoritarian model. There are many of us still suffering under that lockdown. And oh yes, they're going to try and bring it again before the election. You know they will. Then what happened right after the lockdown? We saw riots. Not just riots. We saw our police under attack. We saw the statues of our history being ripped down. All of the symbols of America, our anthem, our flag, our statues of our forefathers, all are under attack. Why? Well, note that this is a Marxist insurrection. Note the hand of China. That's right, folks. Antifa and BLM are in league with China. If only that were our only problem. If only we only had extreme revolutionaries in league with China. But unfortunately, our media, 6 of the major companies, China now owns a controlling interest. Why do you think the media is so rabidly anti-American? It's because it's already very much so controlled by China. We are getting Chinese propaganda on the American media. Sadly to say, the Democrat Party is now completely in league with China, and unfortunately many deep state Republicans as well. The Chinese threat is a huge threat, folks. It's the greatest threat America has ever faced, and Leslie and I are doing everything we can to prevent a communist revolution in America, to preserve the American Republic, to preserve the freedoms that we enjoy, and not only to preserve these freedoms in our country, but to establish human freedom worldwide. The dream of America of 1776 has brought us to this point. And now we're at the point for 1776 worldwide!
1776 worldwide!
Thank you so much for coming out today. May God bless you. May you have a wonderful day, and may God bless America. Thank you so much for coming out. We will be here again tomorrow. And remember, as always, have faith and expect a miracle.
And until we have the pleasure of each other's company again, may the God force run strong within you. And, as always, may your magics work better than expected.